Frosty. Sniper.
What's up, guys? Squad 44 keeps rolling out fresh information, hot fixes, and future updates, and in this video, it's no different. Recently, the newest update has done a lot, such as adding the ability for 100-player battles, grenade and explosives reworks with the new addition of bouncing betties and time fuses for rifle grenades, adding 2 new armored vehicles for the British and the Cromwell CS and the AEC Mark III, and the continued graphical overhaul of the game, including recent maps like St. Mary-Glise and Carentan. But now we are heading into Squad 44's Pacific era, and with it is coming some very interesting mechanics and additions that are being dripped to the community as we head for an inevitable launch. Fighting in the Pacific will be bringing in smoke rounds for the bazooka, an obvious array of new weaponry, barrel overheating and swap mechanics for machine guns, and a few other things which you will see and hear the devs talk about in a moment from a recent Twitch stream. So sit back and enjoy some of the first information leaks from what could be a monumental shift in momentum for this revived World War II shooter.
Oh my god, what is that? Cats, what is that?
So we got a Winchester shotgun there waiting for you for in the trenches. So one thing for the Marines that'll be coming into the game is going to be the shotgun. We're still working on some of the mechanics with regards to that. Obviously used significantly more in the Pacific than it was in Europe. So hence why we'll be bringing it in to support the US Marine Corps. And it does have a bayonet as well. So if gratuitous violence is what you desire, I think it's the weapon for you, really.
Does it decapitate heads? Someone asked. Why are you asking that?
I think it'll work well with the core system in game. So yeah.
I think it's going to be like pretty fearsome, especially if you start hearing this go off, especially in like the trenches and caves
caves are going to be huge.
Katz, you want to tell us what this is?
So this is, I believe, the Nambu Type 14. So it'll be a pistol in use by the Japanese faction. What I will say with all these weapons is textures are very much work in progress at the moment.
Yes.
So
Do I need to put up?
Potentially be.
I'll put up the text.
Further refined.
There we go. I'll put up the text. Work in progress.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So this is one of the, I think, 2 pistols we've kind of got allocated for the Japanese faction. I won't say what the other one is. We'll kind of showcase other weapons later down the line as we go.
So like I said, this is a work in progress and highly subject to change, you guys.
But this is the Type 99 light machine gun. That's the primary like automatic rifle for the Japanese army. It basically is I mean, if you want to use like Squad 44 terms, like it's basically like a really fast-firing brand. It has the same rate of fire as like the MG34. It has the ability to mount 2.5 times optic, making it actually a really, really versatile weapon. As you'll actually very soon see, in terms of versatility, it's also great in close quarters as well, because it has a permanently attached bayonet. If anything, I'm kind of excited for this weapon, because this is like basically the Squad 44 Wonder weapon. Like it actually literally does everything. Like every single feature that we can have on a weapon is on this one. This guy is actually not a Japanese weapon. It's a U.S. Marine, like early war submachine gun. It's the M55 Rising. It's basically like it's a fairly fast-firing submachine gun that was originally designed for the Paramarines. It's a couple of interesting features of this gun, like. It has a very small magazine. like I think originally it was designed with a 20-round box magazine, but due to feed issues for the double stack design, they ended up switching to a single stack 12-round magazine, and that's not a lot of ammo. But in terms of gameplay, like we think that it could be a pretty interesting I guess like balance point between the Marines and the Japanese. So
I think we've got it down into tankers and logistics at the moment between the M50 and the M55.
The barrel will get hotter, and you will go through certain states of like I guess overheating.
Right.
Like mechanically how
You
it
can
works
see
is
it
that
as well, can't you?
Oh,
It's
sorry?
really cool. With the,
Oh, he says you can
see
see-
it really well
you
with
can
the
see
red.
it. Yeah,
you can see how it gets
Yeah.
red and
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's like almost 3 stages of like overheating. The first 2 don't affect your accuracy,
Okay.
but they will affect like your sight picture actually, because you can kind of see the steam and the heat waves coming off of,
Yeah.
the barrel. But then once you reach a certain threshold where the barrel is basically like glowing,
Yeah.
and you can very clearly see that there's like lots of heat wave coming out of the barrel, then your accuracy just kind of goes to shit.
Right.
The MG34 was more popular compared to MG42 for vehicle crews because that barrel change mechanism was a lot more easier to like manipulate from the inside of like a cramped like tank. Actually, one pretty important change that we are doing for belt-fed machine guns, especially handheld ones, is we're increasing the belt sizes. So historically, both MG34, 42, and also the Browning 1919 have 250 round belts. So we want to try to get that represented in the game. The overheating and barrel change mechanics were developed in order to be able to help balance that. This mechanic though does not extend to coaxial machine guns and like I guess machine guns that are based off of the tank systems. For the upcoming release, like tank-based coaxial machine guns and machine guns that are not turret mounted, as in like the ones that regular infantry can use, those will function as they are currently. So they don't have a associated overheating mechanic.
Any plans to add more mods to the base game? That is, I mean, I think we're always open to looking into those things, but I'm sure we're in the future. We don't know. This is the thing, you guys. After the Pacific, we don't know what sort of the plans are yet. I'm sure that would probably be an option of some sort.
Yeah.
We've already met with a few modding teams as well, and they've shown us some really great stuff. But right now, I know we can commit to the Pacific and that sort of thing, but it could be something in the future. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's always a possibility. Question, plans on adding urban maps into the game in the future? Possibly. That's the thing.
So the problem with urban maps when you're doing those is it's a lot more work than it is to do sort of something where it's rural with like fields and trees and stuff like that, because each building you want to look completely different from the next one, so it's quite labor intensive. And also when you've got that much detail in a small area, it can be quite performance intensive as well. So I think we will shy away from that. That's not to say in future, who knows, I don't know, if we wanted to do a Stalingrad or a Monte Cassino or something along those lines, then yeah, obviously we can look at that. But it's just a lot of work to do urban maps, more so than more ranged battlefields, if you like.
Long stretch, are there going to be strictly artillery barrages for Pacific invasions? Oh, so Commander Collins for the Pacific, I guess, will there be abilities for the commander to support the team with coastal fire?
Planes as Commander Collins, but you will get that 320 mortar, which will add an element of sort of like a Stuka, I guess, in the current game. And then we've also got, obviously, Japanese had artillery on the island as well, so there'll be elements of artillery for Collins as well for the Japanese, to include likely smoke rounds too. For the Americans, you've got the bombardment from the ships, which is being worked on. It's really cool actually seeing some of the tunnel mechanics that Husky's been working on, where the lights flicker and stuff like that at the start. Really, really cool in the tunnels, which have been finished now, I think. And in addition to the shore bombardment, they've got the Corsair firing rockets and MGs, I think. So that's pretty much rounds off the whole Commander Call-ins that you can expect for the Pacific.
What else? Flamethrowers.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing. Don't wrap up before flamethrowers. We want. Can I say that we want to do
Love
it?
flamethrowers.
We would
Yeah.
want
Love
to.
flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely want to do it. Again, it's it is a matter of you know, like bandwidth and you know, like we're gonna try our best.
Yes.
But you know, it's something that, you know, we can't exactly show right now, or we like, I guess we shouldn't, you know, say with 1 million.
Yeah, we can't
either.
promise it. Yeah.
I
would
say for Iwo Jima, I don't think it's going to be in for Iwo Jima. It's going to be for down the line as a separate update. Yeah.